Alright, we finna get into the Apostle David Taylor situation. You know, the nigga in the news supposedly for motherfucking human trafficking and money laundering and a whole bunch of unpastorly shit, right? First of all, if you could trust a nigga with a facial build like this to lead you to God, I don't think you gonna make it to the kingdom, bro. I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't have too much faith in your spiritual journey. I ain't gonna lie, this nigga. Yo, this nigga has no nutrients in his ass at all. Like, dog, this nigga look like fucking Reptar. Like Reptar and fucking TD Jakes had a 30-day long freak off of some sort and just birthed a nasty ass, facially built ass nigga like this, dog. Like this, I don't know how y'all can. Nah, you on some shit if you trust this nigga to lead you to God. But we gonna get to the motherfucking case and how it correlates to the astrology, right? So self-proclaimed apostle who claims to be Jesus' best friend, that's hilarious, arrested in forced labor schemes. I'm gonna read a little bit and then we're gonna get to the astrology. Two professed religious leaders, including one who referred to himself as an apostle and claimed to be Jesus' best friend, were arrested Wednesday as part of a nationwide takedown related to forced labor call centers where workers were coerced into soliciting millions of dollars in donations, the Justice Department said, right? David Taylor, 53, Michelle Brandon, 56, were arrested in North Carolina and Florida, respectively. Both were leaders of the Kingdom of God Global Church, formerly Joshua Media Ministries International. Whenever a nigga change the name of their organization, whatever it may be, if they change it rapidly, it is 9 times out of 10 there's some bullshit going on, right? 9 times out of 10, but going on. Both are charged with conspiracy to commit forced labor, and conspiracy to commit money laundering. Fox News Digital has reached out to the Kingdom of God Church and an attorney representing both the defendants and whatnot. So, false preachers, false apostles, men who claim to be of the path of God, but, fuck bitches and get money on the low, right? What creates this type of dynamic? You're always going to want to look at an over influence of Venus. Now, since you're always going to want to look at Venus and Rahu, first of all. But outside of that, since these men are interested enough to assume the role of church goer, also look for the connection of Jupiter to Rahu in some way, or somewhat of a okay place Jupiter, right? So get into it. His chart. Apostle David Taylor. This is a sidereal situation, Vedic, whatever you want to call it. So off top, Taurus moon, the nakshatra especially is what you want to look for too. So he has Venus. Venus is in Gemini, it's in Mrigashira. Saturn is in Mrigashira, Taurus. Moon is in Critica Taurus. You know that's Venusian influence. Heavy Venusian influence, right? Venus, right? That's going to showcase the materialistic desire for pleasure, accumulation, sex, luxury, Louis Vuitton, like it's going to showcase the desire to enjoy one's material senses. If you're trying to go to the path of God, if you're trying to be a preacher, if you're trying to be somebody who's wanting to attain the fruits of the spirit, you have to be detached from these things. You cannot want to be amongst these particular spheres of life. You have to be willing and able to let go of the lower animalistic desirous nature of yourself in order to reach the fruits of the spirits or whatnot. Not to say that you just got to be a fucking a yogi or a broke motherfucker or not to say that you have to refrain from material, period, but your mind and your heart has to lord over material, right? And when you have people who have heavy situations of materialistic energy within a chart, which can be showcased by Venus and Rahu, even Saturn, right? It's going to be difficult to do. It's going to be very difficult to do. This moon right here, this his situation in Taurus, this is really This is the combination for rappers. This is the combination for fucking ball players, niggas who sell dope, niggas who, niggas who life is about fucking bitches and get money. You know what I'm saying? That's like that, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with fucking bitches. Ain't nothing wrong with getting money. Everybody need bitches and money. It's a palatable aspect of life. But if you want to pursue the God path purely, you're going to have to know how to detach from that. And this is not the chart of a person who's able to do so, right? And he has a debilitated Mars, right? Mars debilitated with Mercury and the Sun in his Slater. So he's a very selfish, selflessly motivated, egotistical individual. When Mars comes into Cancer, it really doesn't take into consideration how another person may feel or what's right or wrong or dharmic. Mars is about me. Let me get mine first, you feel me? It's more sensitive to its own affairs, and it's quite irrational. So, and last but not least, the North Node. When the North Node comes into the place of Capricorn, it's on the cusp, but it's still in Capricorn, right? That's a real materialistic spiel. That's a real materialistic situation, you feel me? You can be spiritual with it, but you're not going to be a person that's of the religious path or wanting to worship and give devotion to God, heart concepts, divine. It's difficult when North Node comes into Capricorn. This is the person who's seeking power. This is the person who's seeking great levels of power, not only, right? And the Jupiter is good. The Jupiter is in its own sign. That's good. That's why he's able to that's why he's able to preach. That's why he's able to inspire. That's why he has such an attraction in the realm of being able to guide others and having others be receptive to his instruction, right? But Jupiter is also near the North Node, right? So which can kind of bring a corruption to his teaching and his instruction. All in all, before you make sure you check your pastor chart or your leader chart or whoever the fuck you feel me to see if that person is an actual righteous individual. Velasi.